Stream is live. Hi, Kyler.
Hi, Kyler.
Hi, Liza.
Howdy.
So, who wants to recap last week?
We found out how to leave the room.
Nick sure doesn't.
We found out how to leave the room by agreeing to bring back the head of the Minotaur King.
Unscathed head.
Unscathed head of the Minotaur King.
Since I think everyone was here last week.
We can make a deal.
Yeah, everybody's here. So, well, let's take a different spin then. Anyone have any questions?
What's behind that door that we couldn't get open?
Which one couldn't we get open?
Wasn't it this one? It was the one with treasure.
Oh, you're serious? Well, you guys are going to start off still talking with the Lich, so that you can definitely ask him that question. But before we get into the actual meat of the game, any recaps, anything you don't remember or not sure you remember? Or
So he didn't disappear at the end.
We'll get to that in a second. Did he physically disappear at the end of last week? Yes.
Along with this
But
treasure.
that doesn't actually contradict with what I just said. We'll get to that in a second. Okay.
It's like a Doctor Who episode. The slate that starts before the events last time it changes.
Yeah.
No questions?
Or Star Wars.
Okay, so we'll start right off with the Lich disappearing last week. Everyone's clear where you're on the table. Do we need miniatures? You won't need miniatures for the... You're going to have to foot slog it back. Because, remember, there's no other way out of the room you're in with the Lich. So, that room right there, there's no doors or exits. What did the Lich say before we get into the role-playing part of it?
He tells us that there's a hidden passage somewhere in the city.
Yes, okay. So, you're right, the Lich did disappear. As soon as he disappears, all of you hear the Lich's voice in your head and says that because this is my domain, this is my home, I will be able to communicate with you the entire time you're here. Telepathically, obviously. So that's how you can ask him the question.
Okay.
His request is that when you have questions or you talk with him, you speak out loud and he will speak to everyone. Okay? So there. I kind of got a little spoilery there for a second. I was like, I don't want to call it. No, you didn't know. You had no idea. You had no idea. Okay, so you guys are in the room where the Lich was.
Okay.
We have to find the special door.
Have to find the secret door.
The scary door.
Do we... Okay, how do we want to handle when you ask me, the DM, as a question versus when you ask the Lich?
Touch her nose. Touch her nose when we're talking to you.
You can have me one and the same. I mean, it's fine. If you want me to roleplay through the Lich, and then so just if you ask a question, I'm going to assume you're asking the Lich. How about that? Sound good?
Unless we specify.
Yeah, unless you specify. So your question was?
I don't think he's going to answer.
What was your question?
What's in the room that we couldn't open?
Many, many secrets. All of which are mine.
Is there any scenario in which we learn those secrets?
You have one amongst you who's pledged allegiance to you. There is a chance that if his actions are favorable, you might.
When you say many, many secrets, do you mean a lot of secrets or small secrets? Or lots of small secrets?
Yes.
All of the above. Got it. Alright, let's go look for this door.
Okay.
I got a question. Is there any secrets in there that could pertain to us helping find the Minotaur?
I'm going to paraphrase him rather than roleplay the whole thing. He is not able to extend his knowledge outside of his domain.
Okay.
He knows the Minotaur King lives. Past that, he knows nothing.
Okay.
So where exactly does your domain end?
You see an image in your head of the room with the demon statue. You remember that one?
The statue that turned and we all wanted to. I wanted to investigate. No one else did.
That's it.
Yeah, because I was like, it's going to shoot methane out.
And just FYI, some of the times he communicates with you, it will be verbal or, in the head verbal, and other times it'll be images.
Okay.
The demon statue, that's the one with the gem for eyes, right?
Yeah, was that your first session?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was your. Okay, cool.
Can I do an investigation check to find the door?
Where?
In the room?
You can do an investigation check. The whole room. I'm gonna say the whole room takes 2 because there's kind of 2 separate sections of the room. There's the throne where he was sitting, and then the other end down here. One check for the whole room seems a little heavy-handed. Like
18 on one of them.
which one were you investigating?
The half of the throne.
Oh, okay. You don't find any exit doorways or anything that would open up into something else. When you're looking at the throne, the one thing that you do notice is it's covered in dust, even the area where the Lich was sitting, which is a little odd to you because you saw him sitting in this throne. But you don't find a doorway or exit or secret trapdoor.
I want to go down that way.
So you guys see Nick leave the room?
Yeah.
Okay. The earth elementals are gone. There's rocks on the floor, so they fell apart, and the rocks are still there.
In this room.
The hallway. Yeah. So you're able to walk through the hallway amongst the rubble, but it's not. It'd be difficult terrain if we're actually in combat. Past that.
I guess I searched down the walls to see if there's any special awesomeness there.
What walls?
The walls right here. Investigation, is that what you want to roll? 18.
My decision.
I'm saying investigation or perception.
What's
18.
the difference? Do you remember the difference?
Yeah, basically I should roll investigation.
You can use either one. Depends on what you want to do. In this case, if you're actively looking for something, it'd be more investigation. So,
18.
no, you don't find anything in the hallway that is quote unquote secret. The other thing you notice, similar to what Logan saw, was the rocks that form the earth elementals also have a thin layer of dust on them.
I look at my shoulder. Do I have a thin layer of dust on my shoulder? All right.
The rocks look as if they've been there for some time. If you move a few of them, there's kind of this circle-ish spot or whatever on the floor where the rock was sitting that, the dust was around it. So. Michael's grading you, by the way. So.
No, I'm just curious to see all the different ways that people have their characters and stuff. So.
You want to play?
I might be doing that here in a second.
You are more than welcome.
So I need to throw it on. What level is your party?
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go down the hallway into that room.
As you're walking, the Lich asks all of you to tell him what you know of the area you're in.
Literally nothing.
There's lots of dust.
Yeah. All this dust.
So we know that there's this death cult.
He's well aware.
Oh, you asked. So they are trying to kill everyone, and the lizards are trying to kill the death cult, and the Minotaurs sort of teamed up with the lizards, and the lizards might be teamed up with King Agamemnos, but that was 1,000 years ago.
You hear the Lizard King say in your head, tell him more of the lizard folk supposedly allying with the Minotaur.
When we came across the village, instead of killing them all like we should have done, we talked to them, and they said that they would take us to the Minotaur King, who is their ally, to help them take back the caves from the followers of Thanatos.
As you hear the stories, you hear the Lich's voice hissing, growling, And periodically, images are appearing in your head that are unique to each of you players of things that you have as far as angry memories. Times either you were angry or you were around someone else. The memories are your own, so it's not a consistent memory. But it's like each of you are having flashbacks at a point in your life where you had to deal with some situation that involved a tremendous amount of anger.
They murdered my spider.
When you finish the story,
Out of my home.
the Lich begins to babble in all of your heads in a language, unless anyone speaks Lizardman. I don't think anyone did that I'm aware of. So the lizard begins to kind of babble, like ramble in another tongue. It's Lizardman. And then he stops and apologizes and composes himself and says that things have certainly changed since he was out of his domain.
How long have you been trapped?
He pauses and says, in my time, not that long. In your time, at least 1,000 years.
Was King Agamemnos alive when you?
He fought against King Agamemnos. He never saw him. And there was this great spellcaster who basically imprisoned him in the area he's in that was loyal to King Agamemnos. That's why he can't leave the domain he's in. He begins
works
to
with
babble.
King Agamemnos.
Yeah. So you say that, and she looks at it and she says, "Who are you talking to?"
Do you not hear him?
Hear who?
Never
Awesome.
mind.
I'm just.
She says, "I've noticed you guys have been you've been discussing things out loud, and I thought it was a bit strange, but is there more to that than it appears?"
Have you seen anything on that throne? Talking to Princess Expo. Have you seen anything on that throne this entire time?
I did. That horrible, mummified, disgusting corpse that just disappeared. I don't know why.
That's
and
all you saw.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And she's very, very puzzled at this point. And she says, "What's going on?"
I don't want to tell her.
Gundar not sure. Something about killing Minotaur King.
She looks around nervously.
We
just
allied
waiting
with
for
that
someone
corpse.
What?
We allied with that corpse.
The one that left? What do you mean allied with him?
Well,
You don't know who that is, do you?
honestly, we don't know who you are.
You don't know who I am.
Not even a little bit.
You don't know who he was.
He's a lich.
I feared he was. How do you know that?
Talked to us after he almost killed us.
Is he talking to you now?
Yes.
I think. Is he talking to me now?
She kind of backs away. She says, "So what has he promised you?"
Go.
That's
What
it.
he does, you know.
He hasn't promised us anything.
Promise not to kill us.
At the very least, we got out with our lives.
How did you get out with your life?
We just have to kill the Minotaur King and bring his head back.
Minor feet. That's feet.
Yeah.
She breathes a deep sigh. I'm not. You have to forgive me. This is a lot to discover.
I asked him, "Can you not see her?" There's a follower of King Agamemnos here.
He immediately begins hissing and just cursing and lashing out at you in your head and flashing the angry memories back to the point that each of you are visibly shaken with anxiety and fear and terror. And you hear his voice speak in a loud, booming, powerful voice. Who is in my domain that I am not aware of?
Princess Expo.
There's just dead silence.
Okay.
You each feel like a severing of a connection. And she looks at you, and she's been watching these reactions you're having, and she says, "What happened? tell me everything now. If you don't, we won't get out of here alive.
He asked who was here that he couldn't see.
My father was right. Then what happened?
He made us angry. Showed images I saw when Gundar saw when he was kicked out of the family home and sent to Wonder.
Then what happened after that?
He severed the connection.
It's very, very important that we get out of here right now.
Okay.
And she takes off running down the hall.
But he said not to run.
She's gone. Like she's full speed, like terrified for her life. And you guys are seeing her run away.
Oh,
Running or walking? Okay.
I'm carefully looking for a door.
What?
Carefully looking for a door out of here.
So you're gonna stay back?
Well, no, we've looked in this area. I'm going to slowly walk. Like, not
Actually,
in a
we
hurry.
only looked at half of the throne room.
I think he covered it.
The easiest thing at this point is I need to know who is going to run ahead to follow her and who is not.
I'll follow.
I'm staying in the room.
Okay, so you're staying in the room. You're staying behind a little further on. Blake, what are you doing?
Falling out.
You're going to follow him. What are you doing?
I'm going to stay behind.
Okay. So we're going to have two groups here, and we'll alternate back and forth between the two. We'll deal with the ones in the room first. So, probably do need miniatures for this part, maybe.
Sorry, I got a skill guys.
We don't. Let's don't break our stride. We'll get them out and ready. Anyway, so just tell me what room you guys are in.
Well, I was working my way down this hall, so I'm probably right about there.
So you're in the hallway still?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, folks who are running, bear with me, which is just the three of you, right?
Yeah.
All right. And what we'll do, because what's going to happen with you three is not something they should know about. I don't really mind you guys knowing what they're doing.
Okay.
And it'll make sense when we go
Okay.
in here shortly. Okay? Just hang tight, in other words. So the four of you who are still in the room, you're in the hallway?
Yeah, I mean, where was she when we were having this conversation? In here?
I imagine you guys in the hallway.
Okay, so like right here?
Yeah, kind of maybe half in the hallway and half in the room.
Yeah.
You know, because you folks had just started to move into the hallway.
When she interrupted our train of thought.
As princesses are supposed to do.
All right, so what are we doing, folks?
We finished investigating this room. I assist you in your investigation on the other end. So roll 2d20 and take the higher.
27. Natural crit. On the back end of the room.
With assistance.
With assistance.
You had to throw that in, didn't you? Okay. There's no other doors, exits, or ways out of this room. And the room itself is ruined at that end. If you remember, there's like a rock slide there. Mm-hmm. Nothing but rocks.
All right.
So you guys head down the hallway.
Start heading down the hallway then.
Okay. So you head into that room there. All right, so you three come with me.
We'll switch. You definitely shouldn't have told her.
Huh?
You shouldn't have told her.
Eh, I like controversy.
He likes corruption.
Basically what's happened is we have found this girl and then just followed everything she said without question. Well, I have questions every step of the way, but as a group we have just agreed with her and went on.
Blindly follow.
Which I disagree with on principle. So, as soon as there was an opportunity to spook her, I did.
I was going to ask if she was a spellcaster, because if she was a spellcaster, she's definitely the one that trapped him there. Like, without his reaction, that's my guess.
She hasn't cast any spells.
She hasn't attacked anything. She hasn't done anything the whole time we've had her.
Except run.
No, she ran in and swung at somebody when we were in that.
What?
The sword. I think one of the weapons we gave her.
Even mages have swords.
She's wearing big armor.
Or it was her dad.
I think it was probably her dad. Or her frozen dead guy.
He was in battle armor. He was in like thick clothing.
Could have been a cleric.
I guess.
All right, so those folks are taken care of.
We just teleported into another room. We're standing on a throne. Joking.
Not again. Darn octopus.
Huh?
Darn octopus.
Darn octopus.
He's standing on the pedestal frozen. The
Well,
octopus.
the last week,
Tapped him there.
I don't know if he's here for that.
Yeah.
We're still stuck on a throne when we
He
can't
just said
escape
that.
and the water's coming out.
I came to wonder why.
Oh, I didn't hear it. What did they say? I didn't hear anything.
He said that's what happened.
Oh,
And I said darn octopus.
They were so
I didn't hear
concerned
that.
about.
I missed that. I missed what Gary
Ricky
said.
that nobody wanted to go back and find him.
All right, so you guys are in that room. Everyone remember that room? What it looks like? Any
No.
questions? No,
But
really?
it's not my fault.
Why
I
is it not
wasn't
your
here.
fault?
I was over there
He was in a galaxy far, far away when that happened.
a long, long time ago, to be fair.
His character was having trouble.
Nick, if I didn't like you.
He was having trouble with
the
just
nicest thing
being
anyone said to
back
me.
in his body.
So there are two piles of dust and debris in this room. That's the two circles on the map. You guys remember what you fought in this room?
Skeleton of the lizard men, weren't they?
Right, two of them.
We killed them?
Their remains are on the ground.
Okay.
They rose up to attack them. So
Is there any dust on top of these things?
Yes.
Did we actually fight them, or is there dust on them too?
yes to both.
I investigate the room, obviously. With the 8
Sure you do.
all around the room, realize there's dust.
Didn't find any.
Can't be a fancy door around here.
Nope.
Dust. Did I trigger any traps?
Nope.
All
I'll
right.
tell you. I mean, right now you're in a room, two piles of dust, remains of two dead lizardmen, undead things that you killed earlier.
Did
with
we
their
already look
rusty
through
weapons.
these piles of dust?
I don't recall.
No, we did
I looked
don't
through the
think
piles
so,
of dust.
no.
I looked through the piles of dust.
There's bits of bone. There's lots of ashes. There's a lot of dust. It's kind of stirring up some dust whenever you're looking through it. But past that, there's nothing substantial or even larger than bone chips.
Any weapons still?
What's that?
Any weapons still?
From the lizard creatures,
Yeah.
they had their rusty weapons. And
You say ash?
has a burnt smell to it. That's how you know it's ash. You know, so
I'm gonna search the room as well.
okay.
4.
Nope. That's the way he rolled too. Nope. You don't see. You see
Nothing.
I see dust.
You found
Yeah.
dust.
All right. Well, let's go to the
the next room.
the hallway. Okay. Check the hallway.
Empty hallway.
Yeah, 13. Is it still empty?
Find an empty hallway.
All right. That's good. That's good. Now we're in the next room. Unless you want to look around too.
I just realized that Kyle and everybody on the stream has no idea what we discussed in that room back there.
24.
24 for investigation. There's nothing in this hallway.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Let's go.
So the next room? Were you here for the next room?
No, I showed up like right here, right as the battle started.
Yeah, but-
Let's kill the thing.
Holy crap. Anyone remember that room?
Wasn't that where the there was a
Statue
hidden
of
door, and it also had the 3 pots of ash?
That's right. Exactly what he just
I
said.
dump out the pots of ash.
We've already dumped out one.
I dump out the other
Doesn't
two.
do anything.
It doesn't do nothing.
Investigate the room.
Okay.
23.
Lots of ash, some pottery.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't think there's anything eaten here, guys. Let's go.
Didn't last week we talk about going back to that room and destroying one of the pots?
Yes.
With the ash in it?
It's too late now. You
Okay.
No, he stopped me and told me,
Oh, did you?
hey, it didn't do anything last week.
Take 2 hours and get all the ash back there.
I look in the urns and see like approximate levels. Are they approximately the same level of ash?
Close. I mean, it's not leveled off piles. but there's about the same in ash in each one. I need all 4 of you to make a perception check,
I will be
Perception
taken
was a
unaware.
D20, right?
I'm still observing them faces.
20.
Nice. Natural 20. 18. How did you play? Don't sweat it. 20 is good enough.
Okay.
You two notice that the door you came through is closed.
Wait, that we just came through? Okay.
And you didn't hear it close. And that is the secret door that Blake was talking about.
My character is visibly bugged by the fact that there's dust on everything that we're touching, and the door just closed. Like, that just multiplied by like 300%. Super annoying. I can't figure this out.
So you said there was a secret door?
Yeah, originally it was.
That's what we just walked through?
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, it had a rock buildup on it, and we busted it down.
Keep going.
I smashed these pots real quick.
I joined them on that one.
No pot left
I'm going to
unsmashed.
slow clap when after he does that.
You smashed the pots. They
I need
shattered
something
nicely.
to smash.
Frustration?
Yeah.
Feel better?
No,
Okay.
it didn't cry out.
Tried, right? All right, so do you guys stay in this room or leave? Or leave, move,
Did you say loot it?
Or move is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Loot it! We looted all of the ashes.
Forward and
I'm gonna make
my body
soap.
doesn't always work the way it's supposed to. So you move out of this room?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so when you move out of this room, the 3 who I took in the back, they're going to hear what I described to you guys from a distance. What would they hear?
Bring it there and what they hear, or will we?
Well, when they move out of this room to that
We
hallway,
hear the smashing pots.
No. Don't waste your time.
They
No.
hear what we did.
the scenario I described to you guys, and I can, if you need some help, I can help you. They're going to hear that now from a distance down that long hallway. So what do
Probably hear her fall down.
What else would she do?
Well, she was.
She's projecting help. She's projecting our help. Saying we could be taken over by the lich woman.
She probably screamed a lot
Yeah.
in pain. So you hear Princess Expo's voice screaming in pain periodically. You hear some sounds of her falling to the ground. You hear discussion amongst what is most likely her, the female voice, and a couple of male voices, which all 3 of your characters are male. Okay, so those 3 characters at the end of the hallway.
I think we should keep looking for a secret door.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't we already check this room for that?
No, we're
in the
hallway
hallway
now.
now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do an investigation check.
With assistance. I can't roll well.
But I'm having a good night. These are going to come back later and you get the really high roll.
His assistance was crap.
His assistance was really
It
crap.
keeps going down.
I rolled 2 3s. So I got
No,
10.
over there.
Don't find anything in the hallway.
Here. What about freaking there? That's better. 22 for a perception check.
With a perception check, you're going to notice or hear things. Like things will be that weren't readily apparent. You don't find any secret doors, but what you hear is snips of the conversation between Princess Expo and the other PCs. And from what you can gather from the words they're saying, she is urging them to move, and they are trying to help her. And there's been the mention of the word fighting against and fight.
I'd
The
start
perception check's going to allow you to make sense of some of the...
So I'm gonna just go ahead and like, hey guys, let's. There's nothing here. Let's go. And I'm gonna quickly walk, not run, to where the voices are.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
I guess
All
it's
right.
pushing us forward.
So what we'll do, for the 3 I took in the back, we'll kind of catch up with what happened with you, and then I'll tell you when the 4 of you come in, because some things are going to happen that represent the discussion you just heard in the hallway, so don't comment, because your guys aren't there. All right, so Princess Expo runs into the main room that had all the doors. When she runs into the room, she screams louder than she has at any point in her travels. You see that she's like just really, her whole body is tensing, and she stands up straight and her head goes back, and she's just like trying to put her hands on her head, and something's fighting against her. She's straining so hard that you see something start to run out from her closed eyes. First you think it's sweat, and then it's a darker color, it's possibly blood. And she just builds up with her struggles, and finally screams out just a loud no, and collapses to the floor unconscious. You hear the voice of the Lich, which I guess you guys in the hallway, we'll say this is kind of when you're getting close to the room, so you're going to hear some of this too. You hear the voice of the Lich and says, I never imagined that his daughter would be brave enough to come here.
Okay, there it is. I knew it was either her or her dad. Well,
So when you guys walk into the room, it doesn't require a perception check to see on the far end of the room, the staircase you came in, there's a shimmering green, clear force covering the entire doorway. It creates a small hum when it appears, and the hum continues. And you see it's kind of iridescent, so the colors are going up and down. It's very readily apparent that something is now blocking that doorway. And you hear the laughter of the Lich, and then it stops.
I'm going to throw a rock at the...
It's a solid thing across the doorway. You say against the doorway, right?
Yeah, against the green.
Yeah. It's solid, and the rock hits it and bounces off.
I wanted to make sure the rock wasn't going to like burst into acid or something. Can I do an Arcana check?
Are you there,
On the
Lich
wall?
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to walk by the princess when you do. So, hold tight on that. Anyone else want to do anything before I tell him what he sees?
Are you there, Lich Man?
No response.
Thanks, was
Lock
on
the
her
door,
own.
did she?
You being loyal to the Lich, Blake, you have I want to say a feeling of dread and despair, but the best description, this is going to be funny, okay? But the best description I can come up with when I was writing this encounter, I was like, how to describe this? And I thought, that's perfect. You know how when you do something bad as a kid, in that moment before your parents find out what you did, that sinking feeling in your gut? That's exactly what you feel. Anyway, so you're going to walk up to the wall as you walk. Prince is like in the middle of the room. So as you walk up towards the wall and you walk beside her, you hear her breathing. It's very rushed and forced, like almost like exasperated. And periodically her body just kind of twitches. Her eyes remain closed, but she just kind of shivers and twitches. It doesn't look to be out of like a cold or temperature-based shiver, but more maybe shock, So you walk past her and up to the wall, and you do your Arcana check. So your Arcana check, you want that to represent what? Help me out here.
I want to know, like... I was thinking, like, what kind of magic it is.
Okay, cool. So we'll see how you do.
27, natural crit.
It's definitely necromantic magic. But how necromantic magic is blocking a doorway is what? Like, I don't know.
I'm still afraid to touch it.
I try to walk through it.
So you walk up to the door. It is a solid wall. It does not harm you or hurt you. But past that, it's very cold to the touch. And it's very smooth. And, that's it. It feels cold. It feels very smooth. There's no texture to it. But if you walk headlong into it, it's literally the same as if I got up right now and walked into a wall. It's what happened.
Like that time I walked into the bars.
Yes.
I'll just start shooting different types of magic at it and see if anything...
So,
Because I've got like 3 or 4
I just got a
different
message
types.
from Kyler. Tell the group I can cast protection from evil. All right.
so can
To you,
I.
Kyler. You can cast protection from evil.
Won't work on me now.
He's protecting you from yourself.
We'll now rename it protection from Blake.
Does that mean he can't heal us? Can he heal us if we're protected from him?
Who?
I don't know how protection from evil affects with beneficial spells. I'll have to look it up. That's a little tricky.
Tell
Let's just
Kyler to look that up.
yeah, Kyler, you're a rules lawyer. Sorry, what was your question?
I want to do another Arcana check on that door that won't open.
Door that won't. Okay.
So,
So magic.
15.
Wait, are we in here now?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, it doesn't say anything about beneficial. It's all antagonistic stuff. So that'll be.
So where exactly are we?
Hold on. We're in-
15.
So you cast. No, sorry, you didn't cast.
Yeah.
You're wanting to look at the door and see what kind of magic is holding it closed, maybe, or so. Okay, it's necromantic magic as well. It is the same caster though as the door at the end, but there's also a secondary type of magical energy that's most likely from what's ever in the room or behind the door.
Okay.
You're getting two types of magical. The other one you can't determine the source of, but the block is definitely necromantic.
Well, we did find out that door has the secrets of the Lynch in it.
Check her mojo and see if it's the same as the other.
Another Arcana check on her then.
So,
We get Nick real quick. Who's
you're a
going to do
follower,
something?
you might be able to open the door.
Any of you guys want to jump in too and do things? Like, I don't mind dealing with one or two players, but if there's something you do, just jump in because I don't want to leave you behind. Okay?
We're in this room, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I go in the one that put me on the that
Astral plane.
astral plane.
Again.
Does it do anything?
Exactly the same thing as before, if that's what you're asking.
Yes,
So you remain there for the 8 to 10 seconds.
yes.
All right. You know what happens.
All right, now I come out, but not as me, as my spirit, and I look at the force field door.
It's a. When you say forceful door, you're talking about the one at the end of the door, or the one that Logan was just in the check on? It's
the
Logan,
one-
right? What am I thinking? I just second guessed your name. It's Logan. Right? I was like, is this name Logan? I don't know why. Sorry. Senior member.
The one that I walked into
Should we
before.
get a sign-in sheet?
Huh?
Should we get a
Yes. Thank you. The one you walk. Okay, it is still present on the astral plane, but it goes through the entire wall. So in the astral plane, you can see that the wall is blocked by whatever it is, the spell or whatever the thing is cast. You're just only able to see it in the doorway in the material plane.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah. What about the other door where he's just looking?
The wall extends all around the entire room, except through the doors that have been opened previously. Kyler can also dispel magic. He just never uses it because watching people struggle with these puzzles is too fun.
That's Kyler for us.
I go back to my body. Come back out.
I'm gonna come over here and check out this area with him too.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Let me pull that up. So that room is open for reasons like I just said, and okay.
There's a force
It's
field
been a while
all
since.
around
Look,
us.
Is that room the one that had all the old pictures of the lizards
Yes.
and fighting or whatever?
Yes.
We also felt unnerved in there. We
Yeah,
heard
that's
something. Did we ever go investigate that?
I don't recall. No.
Okay.
We did, but we didn't.
Going back in the room, you now know who the gigantic winged lizard man was on the murals because you met him. But in the murals, he's much, much larger than what he was in the room. So, maybe it's an ego thing.
I go back to the astral plane.
Okay, again?
Yeah, I thought they did this last time. I go in that room.
In the room that Blake's in?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I see anyone or hear anything different?
It's exactly. There's nothing quote unquote astral in this room. So you don't see anything that you didn't already see on the material plane. Do we want music or no? Does it help? Doesn't care. Don't care. You guys want to get the hell out of here.
I'm going to investigate in that room.
Okay. So just the entire room?
Yeah. 14.
Don't find anything. No exits, no openings, no doors, no nothing that wasn't already there.
I investigate from the astral side. Yeah, 19.
He's much better at it on the astral plane than he is normally.
The only thing you see is that the wall comes through the doorway and surrounds this entire room, but nothing else past that.
What about right here? This one was blocked by stone,
And it became a golem.
And it's not
so the stone
It's gone.
is gone.
Okay,
And that's where we can't go through that we're trying to.
My memory's not great.
I don't think you guys ever tried that door.
We never tried
Is
it.
the force field around that door?
Yes. Like I said, it's only not around doors that were previously open.
Okay.
That-
Or wait, was that the door that had the landslide behind it?
No, that door's open.
That door was.
It's right there.
Yeah, that's the
That
one we
is
were
the door.
talking
Yes,
about.
you're right. Thank you, Blake. That's right.
Y'all open it and there was a landslide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come back out.
Okay.
There's a force field that's around all of us. It goes. Any door that's previously been open is open, and it goes inside that room and boxes all those rooms off, from what I could tell.
So we need to find another way out.
Yeah.
Okay, so just do like an inventory check of what you know. What doors in that room would have the force field in front of them, and which ones would not?
The one door we can't open does have the force field.
Correct.
But all the other doors don't have a force field, but the stairway does.
That's correct.
So we need something from this room, which is
Yes, that's the solution to the puzzle.
I go in this room.
Okay.
What's in there?
I love this description. What this room once may have been is now unknown. Really. The ceiling is covered with stalactites and the floor is littered with stalagmites, some of them blocking passage in the room. So,
Gundar, go in here.
okay. Okay. So, what do you guys remember about that room before?
Nothing.
Nothing, because I
It made
never
me
went
fall
in there.
down and be dizzy.
No, that's not the.
No, that was the
That's
astral
over
plane.
there.
Astrophane worms there.
Backwards from where we were last time.
Yeah.
No one remembers anything?
I don't remember because I never went into that room. Under
All right.
any character.
So I'll tell you what you see then. There's a hallway.
I thought there was a hallway in that door.
There you go.
Both.
Go down the hallway.
So
I go
room
down the
they
hallway.
Got astrally, the one that they got out of body in is down the hallway instead of
No.
No, that's this
Oh,
one
yeah.
over here.
Oh, okay.
The board was just turned around last time.
Okay, I'll go down the hallway.
I follow.
I'll search.
Follow.
I'll
Does
investigate.
everyone go into that room with Sam? Because Sam went there by himself to look, and he just takes off down the hallway. So basically, all of you would see Sam go in the room and not come out.
I'll investigate the walls.
Did you tell the rest of the party what's going on?
Hallway here.
Is Expo coming with us?
She's passed out.
She's passed out.
I'll pick her up.
All right,
I'll
so
pick her up too.
Let's
we have to
see.
take a quick intermission while we clean off the board. Yes, I need some more space to draw. I don't have it.
Okay, so what is investigation, intelligence, or wisdom?
Investigation is intelligence.
Okay, I can do that.
Should we snapshot it first? In case we need to come back later?
I actually have a television I was going to use for maps for miniatures this week, but it did not work out.
Oh, best
It,
take
it
something
worked
like
good
that TV.
Tuesday night. It worked good Tuesday night.
Yeah, we used it in the Call of Duty game on Tuesday, but we didn't use it for when in D&D. It's actually going to lay on the table. I'll have it'll be hooked to my laptop, and we'll display things on it.
I like Roy's reaction when my guy who got drunk after the nightmares, again another night of nightmares.
The guys on Tuesday are really enjoying the Call of Duty game. I have a
Yeah.
blast trying to get it. It's really
Well,
Very
I
different.
liked Roy's comments when I was sitting there. When I saw what we saw, I said, oh, "Okay, I'm sober now." And Roy's like, "That's not how this works." I'm like, "You don't know. Have you ever seen anything like that when you were drunk?"
You know who we're missing tonight? It's Corey.
Yeah. Yeah,
In
and Call of
Call of-
Cthulhu.
He has an indeterminate insanity in Call of Cthulhu.
And what is his insanity? He's
Oh, we haven't got to that.
oh.
That's just the immediate. We just saw his immediate effects and he fainted. See, the thing about insanity in Call of Cthulhu, you have immediate effects,
And then you have permanent, and then you have
and nobody's gotten to the last one yet. So, have you guys ever played Call of Cthulhu?
I did a long time ago.
It's really.
I had
Yes.
a 5% character that I still have right now.
we're playing college students. And
There's some kind of book, and we were in this like big cathedral. They were open the book and read. It's like I'll grab the book and read it and see if I can send it back. I think I rolled. I can't remember if it's the high roll or the low roll, but I rolled as low as I could possibly ever roll. All right, send it back. But we deceptive.
Opening books in Call of Cthulhu is always a risky thing.
yeah,
Absolutely nothing happens there. Oh my God! You just unleashed horrors upon the world.
Well, the book was already open and something was coming through.
Oh God!
So I was trying to send it back.
yeah.
I was able to send it back.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember the names we gave the things that we saw. I gave the first things we saw the name of creepy carnivorous squirrels.
All right.
They call them like spaghetti squirrels or something because they had the.
See, this is where the television can be useful because they just slap
Yeah.
on the map up there. That's why I want to switch to it. Get away from. I mean, I like maps like this, but. That's first.
M&M's and peanut butter cups.
And honestly, all three of the different role-playing games that I'm playing here each week are all three helping me through.
Call of Cthulhu is Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's Tuesday nights.
Remind me. When y'all finish the what you're doing now.
It's organized place. It's been going on for a while. I mean, you can join it.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck did you see, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate the hallway.
Yeah, I'm investigating the walls as I go through.
Very wise move.
Oh,
She didn't say it. So as you're going down the hallway, the rest of there's dust everywhere.
Yeah.
Just looking at the floor would tell you. So you don't need to have it checked. It's not that hidden. There's a set of footprints leading down the hallway in the dust. They lead into a room. Upon entering the room, it will be immediately noticeable that the dust on the floor has been swept away. The room looks as if something or someone or something has been maintaining it to some extent. There's no debris on the floor, and it appears that a crude man-shaped stick figure on that has been drawn in the color ochre on the south wall. The figure seems to have wings and a tail.
Can we do a nature check to see, like maybe tell what made the footprint?
Or made the footprint?
Yeah. 14.
Lizard man.
Is this approximately the size of our lizard man friend? I say friend, the lich guy. Because he was a big, awesome, powerful lizard man.
Did you look at his feet?
Well, I mean, I was sizing him up before I attacked. So yeah, I looked at his feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
He was comparing. He's a half orc. He was comparing foot size.
Foot size matters.
I will say this: it's an adult lizard.
Okay.
Okay.
So not like those little juvenile ones that ran away. I go to the lizard man thing, stick figure drawing. Touch it.
Back in that room? Okay.
It's made of a pigment, and it kind of flakes off a little when you touch it, but not to the point that it's like, it's similar to chalk. Maybe a little thicker and a little more durable than chalk.
I investigate the area around it. Do I break anything?
There's nothing to break. These are the dice. You get all those other dice. I think you should switch.
No, these are my I want to roll poorly dice, and these are my I want to roll.
Those are doing very well.
I investigate as well.
Okay.
9. Well, -2, right?
Oh, you're -2.
Gundar investigating.
There's a crude ochre like pigment drawing on the wall.
21.
Someone or something has been kneeling in front of this, based upon a little bit of the floor is worn away directly below the drawing, and around the, like right below the drawing on the wall, maybe something's been pushing on the wall or putting your hands on it or something. Not really sure. There's a little bit of wear and tear on the wall. It's like, constant use as well as on the floor.
I'm gonna go touch it.
Someone who worships this should kneel and
The
push.
exact place where it looks like it's been, where it's worn away.
Does it feel different than what you'd expect? So,
Someone who worships this thing should kneel and push.
I'm gonna get over there and kneel him.
you don't feel the wall or the floor move or change, but you get kind of a little tingle in your stomach that religiously maybe there's a little significance to this area. Just a tiny, tiny little bit.
Wait, can I do a religion check?
Yeah, you can do that.
13.
Based upon what those two gentlemen found, this might have been where someone or something like maybe worshipped, but what and how or why, I have no idea.
Figures.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
I go back to the astral plane and come back in here.
Gundar Fuller did this.
You go all the way back to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then come back in here.
All right, so we'll give you a few minutes to do that.
I'm gonna walk back to her.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
He's carrying.
So you brought her down.
Apparently he carried her.
She's alive. She's not. I don't say she's unconscious.
Can I do an Arcana check
On her?
on her? 26.
I don't want to say she's in a coma, but it looks like maybe the trauma of what she was struggling with. kind of
Specifically, I'm looking for similarities between why she's like that and the wall and the door. Nothing. Okay, so freaking.
Wait, can we try to heal her?
You can cast a healing spell, yeah, for sure.
Gundar know have healing spells.
I don't know. I'm
Next maybe hungry. I got
an
this.
evocation mage, so
What's that?
Gundar
evocation
can't
mage.
heal.
I don't have healing spells.
I'm still listening. I'm just going to grab some.
You can heal.
I can. I have lay
Kill
on
the
hands.
enemy of his new deity?
Yeah.
It's a hill. It's just you lose those moments when you use them, so you have a long rest.
Oh.
I think she would be comatose because she's trying to boost the spell keeping him in. Possibly trying to keep us in, and he's boosting the spell to keep her fit.
So did you solve the puzzle yet?
I'm just messing. No. What's next?
I say we take her and throw her in the astral plane room with him.
Is that what you're in?
I'm walking that way in the astral plane, floating, I guess.
Gundar take her down.
I say woo as I pass by them to see if they hear me. Are they unnerved at all?
Bob looks around for a second.
Can I do a perception check to hear him?
To do what?
To hear him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 24.
You're a woo.
You're unnerved.
Yes.
Yeah, you're unnerved.
Score.
Gundar take pretty lady in room.
I go into it.
Okay.
Okay, so Princess Expo and him just went into it.
And
No, they didn't. Because the minute you walk towards the room with her, she wakes up and struggles violently against you, screaming, "No, no, you cannot take me in there. No, that would be a very, very bad idea."
okay. I don't.
Do it anyway.
No.
Just remember, no means yes.
Okay, so why are you faking dead then? Why are you faking dead then?
She's exasperated, breathing hard. She looks exhausted.
Is the field
So,
gone?
you have no idea the toll it takes for me to fight against him. You won the room. Perception check. Really? Why do you keep rolling those dice?
All right, I'll roll it. With good dice. 14.
Thank goodness. There's some residual energy, like from activity, right in front of the statue.
The statue.
Not statue, sorry,
The
the
drawing.
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 No, okay, ask wait a minute.
I go
Sorry.
touch it.
From John.
Touch what?
The
The
drawing.
drawing?
Yeah, the residual energy.
It's not a physical thing. It's more like a glow. Not a whole lot. But it's there.
Is there anything else in the room that I can see from here?
Perception check.
16.
No.
I fly back at normal speed.
So what are you guys doing with Princess Expo?
Kyler needs to cast Protection from Evil on her.
Tyler, do you cast Protection of Evil on her?
I don't hear nothing.
I can cast protection from evil. Once a day. It's no big
Really?
deal. Yeah.
From what? You're a fighter.
Monster hunter.
He does. He casts Protection from Evil.
Okay.
You're safe now.
Can anyone heal her?
I can't do that. I'm not that magic.
It's like everybody.
No one has a healing spell. That's cool.
You can lay on hands.
Yeah, I can do a lay on hands.
She
Try
said
that.
no.
We just need her to feel a little bit better.
Good thing they didn't ask me to do that.
Keller said I'm a cleric.
No, it's a spell casting with a range of 60 miles.
Shouldn't he be working?
What do I have to roll for lay on hands?
Nothing.
You
You
just-
just touch her and heal her.
Did you see the
Alright,
last name on that?
that's what I do.
So how much are you gonna heal her?
25.
Okay.
You're gonna heal her the whole 25. August says she has any diseases and stuff. She's cured now.
Okay, well, when he gets back, he'll say what happened. I doubt it actually did anything, but
Oh,
just because that's how this whole thing's
We're all
going.
down like 20 health anyway. Because we never healed up. 'Cause we
not
didn't
me.
rest. Were you in the room with us?
Yeah,
Did you not get hit at all?
I'm down
Keep
10.
safe.
Who's playing boys and girls? Or boys, actually, sorry.
I come back.
Girl. Yeah, boys and girls. Okay, so come back to your body. Okay.
And I casted
Wait,
lay on
as-
hands.
She's been healed a lot.
She's healed the full.
Okay.
As I'm coming back, I'm looking around to see if the force field is still around.
It's still on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I come back to my body.
It's like a beacon. Like that green energy is very, very bright in the astral plane. Very, very easy to see.
I'm green, so you know.
This is a long message. So the preview doesn't tell me.
Not easy being green.
So Kyler says, I can do Prayer of Healing at the second level slot up to 6 creatures of your choice that we can see within range. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus 3. The spell has no effect on undead or construct. Takes 10 minutes.
Weren't we damaged by necromancy, which can't be healed except by a long rest? I say to Kyler.
Did you hear that, Kyler?
Okay. Speaking to Princess Expo, do you feel any better?
Yes.
Okay, go try to walk through that door.
No.
You have
How
protection
do we
from
get out of
evil.
here?
Oh yeah, he's right.
You have protection from evil.
How do we get out of here?
So, the green stuff,
She said we have to find the way out that he discussed and hope it's slow.
Okay.
So we have to find the secret doorway that we can't find.
What rooms have you not looked at?
That
The
room,
one that's locked, that holds
the
the
one that
secret.
we can't get in.
Okay, where's the rest of the party? Is anyone still in that room down there? Blake is.
I'm so praying on this.
Okay. So you have not looked in the room you can't get in. Where's the other paladin?
Right here. I'm at the doorway.
No.
Oh.
He's that's where Blake is. That Blake. You got two paladins both named Blake.
He's in another room.
Have you looked in there?
Yes,
we,
and
we look pretty
this
extensively,
plane and the
but
astral.
It's like the last place that anything is going to be in.
Like your
We've
keys.
looked literally everywhere else.
She says, "Let me look."
Okay, well, hurry up then.
Okay, so she goes in.
I want to assist.
Does someone want to roll for her?
What?
Does someone want to roll for her?
I mean, do I get to use
Not you.
Do I get to use my modifiers?
She's a +4.
So 22.
Is she going by herself?
I'm assisting.
Go with it.
With her.
She's found 2 secret doors in that room.
Okay.
She's so cool.
Somebody had to find them.
She's training.
No one did an investigation in this area of the room.
We did.
Yeah.
The altar was here. The entire room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
said
did.
a look around. I got a 16, but I was in the astral
roll that
plane.
you did?
It was a DC 20, so I mean, she
Yeah.
made it. But there's 2 secret doors.
Ah.
It was DC 20. I don't remember anyone looking at it, but no one rolled 20.
When I looked around the room, was there a gap in the force field?
No.
So we're screwed.
Maybe.
She found the doors.
Okay.
Those 2 sections of the
Eeny,
wall
meeny, miny, mo.
can't open.
This one, because it's closest. Try to open it.
You try to open it? Yeah, sure. How do you try to open it?
Well, I find the door, the outline of the door, and then give it a little push,
Okay.
see if it moves at all.
The door moves in, and as it moves, it's kind of strange because your hands stop, that the green energy appears, but you see the door moving in and then falling down. And it wasn't a door, it was like a slab. So a false slab of stone just falls forward and boom, falls on the ground. The green energy's there.
I go over to the other door and push it in. See what happens.
Same thing happens.
Okay.
Look through the green energy, maybe?
Which one?
This one that I'm
So
standing.
and you're the other one. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're looking through it. Okay. It goes forward about 5 foot and opens up into a larger room. From where you are, and with the haze of the door, you can see that this room has, like, ceiling to floor, painted murals.
What kind? Like what is there anything I can notice?
Greco-Roman.
I mean, like evil lich dude, or
You can see lots of humanoid-sized figures, and this one is. These murals are very busy, so you can see there's a lot going on in them, but you can only kind of see the one on the wall.
Directly across
You can
from
draw the room. Would that help a little bit to show the shape of it?
Yeah.
So that's about as much as you can see from there.
Another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to it down the other room.
Okay. So looking into the room that Nick's looking into, the wall on the left side, there are a group of
lizard men wearing robes. They're white robes, or light-colored robes. They're not dark. Probably white, but it's a little hard to tell with the green haze. They're all standing around humans that are, there's like 2 or 3 of them that are laying on altars that look very similar to this. And one of them is being like stabbed, like sacrificed.
What kind of weapon is stabbing it? Knife.
Alright, so Blake, in your room,
Do we have a human in the party?
Points up female.
you see that much, and it's a very small room. There's not a lot in it. Here, there's a pile of rags.
How thick does the slab that fell look?
Like 3 to 4 inches. Not that thick.
So did it look like... How far deep is the wall, the force field, into the wall?
You can't tell how thick the force field is, though, if that's what you're asking.
No. Like, from the edge of the wall, where does the force field start?
It was flush with the wall.
So I was able to push through, but...
It wasn't. It was probably just kind of like propped up there, very, very lightly,
Okay.
and just enough of the force field that when you pushed it, it just went in and stopped. But it was off balance and just fall.
I'm standing. I can see both doors from here. I want to take 2 rocks and lob over people's heads into the rooms. What happens to them?
They hit the force field walls and bounce, fall to the ground, maybe bump Nick in the head.
So the slab went through.
Right.
Small.
A save.
I asked the princess, does she know a way to dispel the force field?
She thinks for a second and sighs. She says, I'm not familiar with this particular magic of his, but I do know that we were able to stop some of his work with someone who's pure.
What do you mean pure?
Without evil.
That's me.
She looks at you a little bit puzzled.
Was it me because I'm neutral good? I'm neutral good.
Yeah, you won.
Oh.
She looks and she says, so you've never done anything dishonest, hurtful, you never betrayed anyone?
Not that I know of.
I haven't either.
Now, Bob, baby. No, everyone.
Gundar not smart enough to betray. Gundar honest.
If you feel that you're that person, you can try to walk through.
Gundar tried to walk through.
So would Gundar walk through? Would he walk? Would he make
Which
it?
door?
Yeah. Because he hasn't betrayed anybody ever.
So I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
And hold on, just I didn't
Okay,
finish.
good.
So I want you to roll a d20,
Yeah.
and I want you to add your modifier for the stat that you think would best represent why Gundar is pure of heart. And I want you to tell us why you picked that one.
Strength, because he uses his strength to protect people that need protecting.
That would make him pure.
I think so, yeah. Total of 20.
Wow, it was a DC 20 and you hit it. Nice.
And the thing is I've got luck, so if I had failed it, I could roll it again.
So everyone sees Gundar walk through which one?
This one.
When Gundar walks through, 2 things happen. The green wall
it shimmers as Gundar approaches, and it begins to shimmer faster in that area. When he hits the wall, you see the wall just tear and rip apart and disappear. The second thing that happens, you hear the Lich scream throughout the entire room without seeing him. Just a howl of pain. And the princess looks at everyone and she says, "Go now." She runs through.
I follow.
Okay, so everyone runs through. Alright.
We really know less about her than we do about her.
What did I see the other wall do? What did I see the other three wall do?
Mr. Lich Guy, are you there?
He's probably not happy with us.
Not happy with you.
I just got a Kyler message.
He was trying to keep this great evil in.
This woman not evil.
So,
Well, we've got a total of like 5 factions now. They're all
Fighting each other.
you only got 3. You only got 3. The Death Cult, Thanatosians. Is that the same people?
Those are the same people.
Okay, and then the Lizardmen, then the Beastmen, and then
Are the Lizard and the Beastmen separate factions?
Maybe.
Aren't they?
We
How many
think.
Beastmen have you met?
Lizards.
we've met
We met the Gnolls,
four,
and the Gnolls
4 or
were
5
fighting
Gnolls
the
that
Lizard.
showed up.
The Gnolls were fighting Lizardmen.
And the Beastmen are under the Minotaur. The Minotaur is against the Lizardman. The Lizardman doesn't like her or the Minotaur.
Could it be
And,
possible that
and
one
the
of them...
Deathman hates everybody.
Yeah.
These are the days of our lives.
Like,
They don't
there's
hate
like 4 or 5
everybody.
different factions. We know more about the Lich than we do about this woman that we're blindly following through this cavern.
You are. You are. I'm not even this
I
one.
never saw I was blindly following her.
alright, so you guys walk in this room.
She cast pretty, so we just follow her.
I didn't draw it on the map, but I'll just tell you it's nothing. I mean, it's a square on the map, so. The murals around the room are just a repeating pattern of what I described earlier. There's some robed lizardmen who are white, and they're surrounding altars and sacrificing humans. Some are like laying there, some are actually getting stabbed, and then some are having their eviscerated, their guts being pulled out. In the background, like kind of faded almost, you can see the Lich wearing a silver crown, and it repeats once on each of the 4 walls. In the middle of the room, though, there is a table, and it's like a 3-foot cube of granite. So it's not like a table that you can put your feet underneath. It's more like a square, like a chunk.
Hey man, how's it going? My wife says today, well, I just put her on the sign-up sheet and I'm out of here.
Sweet.
Come down, I said hi.
Tell your wife I said hi. Hope she's feeling better.
She's getting there.
Good.
Getting there.
Can I investigate the slab?
Hell, let me tell you what's on it.
You might not want to investigate it. Definitely.
So, 3-foot cube of granite. Sitting on top of it, there is a golden mask. And it has a very evil, demonic appearance.
Does it look like it would fit the lizardman skull on my head?
You want to investigate the
Yes.
slab?
Don't put that on.
My helmet just got so much cooler.
No, just give it to me.
It's just a slab of granite. Big chunk of square granite.
Right, let's get the room. The wall.
Entire room.
Fire and melted.
Yes.
Do one wall at a time.
Okay, so this wall first.
I know you're doing it, Nick. I know. It's just like, oh boy. He's like a little kid. Don't touch that hot stove. Psst. You had to touch it. didn't you?
14.
Ah, it's so hot. It's still hot.
The wall is very new. The mural is, and I want to say it's like freshly painted, like it's wet, but it doesn't show the age that you've seen at the rest of the place that you've been down there.
Okay, so the adjacent wall. 11.
So this wall is not completely finished. There's spots in the mural where the figures still need a little more work, a little more detailed work, even to the point that I'm assuming you're looking at the wall closest to me. The wall closest to that, as the wall goes that direction, there's less and less detail filled in.
The other one. 13.
In the middle of this wall, one of the squares can be pushed in.
I want to do it.
While he's doing all this investigating, my skull and mask have
So you
met.
pick the mask up.
Yes.
I need you to make a saving throw.
What flavor?
Magic.
So intelligence. 8.
Tell me what you're doing first before I tell you what happened.
I put the mask on the skull
Oh my god.
and then put the skull back on my head.
Okay, so when you pick the mask up, the first. I swear to God, this is hard to keep a straight face. Because I planned this and I wrote this, and I cannot believe it's Nick who's doing it.
Can't?
Okay, why would I say that? What do you think happens, Nick?
I don't know.
He turns into a lich.
No. He picks up the mask, and you try to put the mask on the skull, right? The mask fits on the skull. Then what do?
Then I put it back on my head.
Oh, but the only problem is your hand's now stuck to the mask.
Hang out.
You put the skull on your head?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Oh my god. I need you to make another saving throw against intelligence.
20.
So rather than just say you made the save, give you an idea of what it might have happened if you failed it. Okay. So you put the mask on the skull, put the skull on your head, your hand is stuck to it. When you put the skull on your head, the voice of the lich appears, or not, you hear it in your head because it's laughing maniacally. And the lich says, "Of all of the party members who would try this, I knew it would be you. You now belong to me." And for a brief second, you feel the lich just completely permeate and invade your mind. And you know that the lich has complete control of you. But through... Help me out here. How would you stop him from... It was a charm. He was going to take over you and you fight the party. But you stopped him. So what aspect of your character would prevent that from happening to show how you felt?
So when it started happening, I leaned against the wall, which knocked it off.
No, your personality.
There's nothing.
You're stubborn.
I'm pure of heart. I'm pure of heart. You know?
You're stubborn. You're stubborn.
Yeah, I'm stubborn. Very stubborn.
So your tenacity, you kind of fight against the lich mentally, and you manage to wrestle control of yourself back from the lich. And you hear the lich just furiously, angry and pissed off at you, and he just disappears out of your mind.
Take the mask off.
And it comes free; it doesn't attach itself.
Put my helmet back on. Well, now I know that guy's potentially bad.
When you picked up that mask, I was like, "Oh my god!" It's the guy who gets stuck to everything. He gets stuck again.
I still have the great sword from the Minotaur King. So he wanted me to kill you guys, the lich.
Obviously you didn't.
But I'm not sure if it's
Poor Kyle,
because
he's been messaging me, by the way.
I'm not sure if it's because
he putting
he's
the hat on
evil
now?
or because we're helping her and she's evil.
It's a dragon. It's a Draco Lich.
It's a lizard man
evil
lich.
lich. Blasts for necrotic damage just because he saw us walk into his room.
Hey, I shoot people when they walk in my house too.
Yeah, lizard man
You have a house?
and death cults and gnolls.
God do not know you have a
He didn't
house.
try on the mask.
Gundar's not that smart, is he?
He's intelligent but very foolish.
It's an undead creature.
You hear that, Kyler?
He's lived for thousands of years.
He sent me a funny message, so I'll tell you that.
She's from the same timeline he is.
Frozen.
So?
I don't understand where you're even coming from with the argument. I can understand him. I can understand him. He's half an idiot.
Kyler said that Gundar's too stupid to know what evil is, therefore it doesn't matter.
Destroyed his She tried to warn us not to go in there.
Gundar is artificial.
Because her
Gundar is
dad hated the
artificially
lich.
intelligent.
She's biased. She's immediately biased. Fine, whatever.
So I put
There's a great evil in there.
the
You should
mask-
go in there. Hey, what do we find when we go in there? This undead thing. Blasts us just for walking in. Yes, we messed
I
up.
put
this
the
place a
mask
little
in
bit.
my backpack.
You pick it up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it still had it. Like I took the mask off, took it all apart, put the helmet back on.
I thought you set the mask back down on the table.
He didn't say
No, he never said that.
Oh, okay. All right. So you never okay, good.
Because you would have to make another saving throw.
It wanted me to kill
So
you.
the mask is now in your backpack.
Okay, so
I pressed the button.
we're definitely going to have to watch his backpack every time we go to sleep.
When you pressed it on the panel on the wall, we'll say this is going to be happening, and it's not. Don't worry, it's not really something you probably won't react to a whole lot. But you will shortly. But this is happening while you're messing with the mask. So you press the button on the wall, and the granite, the granite table starts to slowly sink into the floor. So while it's sinking is when Nick is doing his little song and dance thing.
So like I'm turned around and I turn around to look at it and it's missing. Just rumbling beneath.
There's no table to put it back on. So
I
he
believe
threw
that
it-
I did that.
There's no table to put the helmet back on, so he threw it in his backpack instead.
So the granite table sinks until it's flush with the floor and then stops.
What's that way?
What?
Dang, I'd think to have thought that me being there would have some effect on Nick's reckless behavior, but he's exactly as reckless without me there. Placebo myself. That's fantastic.
Say, Gundar is artificially intelligent.
Kyler, we'll have to use Skype where you can actually talk to us next time with a video, a webcam. It'd be really fun. So. All right, so what else? What's next? The granite slab stops moving the floor. Nick's got the mask in his backpack. Princess Expo, she's kind of pacing, and she says, "We need to get out of here."
You agree?
We need to go that way. That way's safer. Point to the other.
We'd have to go back out and then back through it again, and I would have to make it through again.
She looks and she says, "Why do you think that way is safer?"
Because this way had this fancy mask that wanted me to kill you.
Right, but what would make that other way safer?
It didn't have the fancy mask that wanted me to kill you.
You don't know what may be that way.
I'd say we continue to follow her for no reason whatsoever.
Bob says go this way.
Okay.
Bob said to go this
She
way.
looks and she
so
says,
I'm
"Have you
gonna
not
say-
figured out who I am?
You never told us.
I'm King Agamemnon's daughter.
Aha.
See, that's the information we were looking for when we met you.
You never asked."
We did ask.
Well, I didn't quite trust you.
That's
Okay,
fair.
how was that
Well,
our
why
fault?
should we trust you now?
You shouldn't, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But I can tell you this: have I harmed you yet?
No.
How?
I don't know.
Has the Lich harmed you?
Yes.
Well, no, we barged into his house.
You barged into mine.
You were dying. We saved you.
No, I was
you're welcome.
trapped in sleep.
Same thing.
Right, but you're in my house.
Let's go.
We'll agree
I
to
will say this:
disagree.
you have no right to trust me. I have not done anything to establish your trust. I will not deny that.
Then
I
why should
will
we
say,
follow you?
I have not harmed you. The Lich has. You were in both of our domains. She says, "I can tell you right now, I'm not going to harm you. I have to know if my father is somehow still alive. I don't know how he could be. There's no rational reason. But if I'm alive, there's a chance he might be too."
Well, then let's go find it.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking on the hall.
Okay.
All right,
So
went down
what-
the hall. All right, Joe.
I think Kyler messaged that on that. That's what he said.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you, Kyler.
What?
He sent a message in all caps, okay? Wait, Princess Expo is actually a princess? This is the best. Yes, she is. And she has been a princess since day one. So that's why I laughed so hard when you guys called her Princess Expo. I'm like, they have no idea she really is a princess. Because we're all so fascinated with the name, and I asked, like, where's Princess Expo come from? I'm like, because I was probing you guys, like, why would you think she's a princess? And I'm like, she is a princess, but you have no reason to know she's a princess right now. Yes, she's a princess. She's always been a princess. You guys just, anyway. It's a great group. I'll leave it at that. All right.
Surprised no one's trying to flirt with her now.
I ain't saying she's a gold.
Wrong species.
All right, just gonna squeeze it here. Do this.
Who cares? She's rich.
Gundar not discriminate on species. Gundar known as Hammer for a reason.
One time.
It's supposed to go out more square. All right, so in that room. What's my place?
Knew it was the dead end.
You don't know.
So this room, it's again covered in murals, frescoes. They keep changing the word. Like one point it's murals, next part it's frescoes. I'm like, really? Just use the same thing. The walls are painted with scenes. How about that?
Drawings.
They're of the similar quality of the room you're in, so they're fairly new. These images show a giant winged lizardman village devouring huge numbers of humans, lizardmen, and dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? I'm intrigued.
Along the south wall, there's a large, almost like a Mario-type sewer pipe coming out of the floor. It's a metal pipe, about 1.5 feet, 2 foot tall, so pretty short. Coming out, it's circular in shape, coming out of the floor. Princess Expo walks in the room and she says, "This has to be the way to the sewers." She says, "Do any of you have rope?" "Wait, no. How do we tie the rope?" "We need to go down." "I don't know how to go down."
Around the
I'll
base
just jump
of the-
down.
I'm gonna cast a feather fall and jump in.
I know how Gundar hold rope. When you rope go down, when y'all go down, Gundar walk down with boots.
Okay, so help me play out while this is happening. Is Featherfall instant?
I think so.
I think it's a
I can
reaction.
cast. You got.
Is it a
I got
reaction?
boots of spider climb.
I've got boots of spider climbing.
That's fine. No, I'm not. What I'm more worried about is you're going to be talking, interacting. His is more like boom, bam, right? So
Yeah.
I'm kind
I'm
of
not saying anything anyway.
Yeah, that's what the picture in my head is like. You just run in the room, see it, cast a spell, and jump, and go down.
No, because I'm super tired of her.
Was the
And
force
this
field
guy.
there? Was the force field
I wanna
there,
talk
or
to
did
any of you.
Sam walking through it break the force field? Like,
Same brick wall. Remember I said it kind of
Yeah.
split in the middle of the front?
I wanted to make sure that it broke over there too, right?
No,
It's a reaction.
they didn't break over there.
So I'm gonna freaking jump and then cast it for aesthetic value.
So while you're talking,
Oh, okay.
you're doing that.
So I'm not casting it until I fall out of view. I just want them to see.
Do you look in the hole before you jump?
Famous last words.
That's okay. So you jump in the hole and then cast it once you're out of view. I'll come back to you in a second.
Okay.
Now you were saying that you're telling Princess Expo that you can hold the rope while
Yes.
she goes down. And she looks at her, she says, "How much rope do you have?" "I have no idea how deep this is."
Listen for splash.
I'm about to figure it out.
Gundar have 50 foot.
I cast.
50 foot?
I got
Yeah.
I light my torch and drop it.
On my head.
I was, this is after Logan jumps in, right? Okay, so we probably should play out what happens to Logan. So Logan, you jump into the hole, and then you cast your spell, and that's going to go off just fine. It is dark, so there's no light.
I have dark
Concentration.
vision, so
Okay. You look down.
yeah.
It's way longer than 50. No one else knows this. Okay. Like
I'm
200
listening.
plus.
Okay.
But you see light down below. How long does Featherfall last, and like how far do you, how
Probably.
fast do you fall?
Probably not long enough.
Probably not.
Especially if it's a concentration spell.
It's reaction. Surely it's not concentration. Surely not.
He's giving me a flashback
It's
to
if it's like the
Duration,
ring or the
1
boot,
minute.
It's instant. So the cast spell is just
1 minute.
So it lasts 1 minute. How fast you go? Does it say?
60 feet per round.
60 feet per what? Okay, so yeah, you'll be able to. It's 220 foot. I'll tell you that.
We could have all jumped in at the
What
same
was in here?
time.
It reminds you of what?
on top of
You
him.
said it reminds you of something.
Spell carries.
the game I was in. I decided to become an elevator with my ring of flight charges left.
Nice.
Negative 50.
So who's gonna drop the torch?
Me.
But just read it.
Can I apply that afterwards or no?
Gives you the ability. I mean, he doesn't say you have to be able to see them. So,
Okay.
oh wow.
So-
but others not getting it.
I am always the one
Okay,
that drops torches.
He gets it. Blake gets it.
2. You have to catch yourself.
Yeah, he gets it, and then I get
3.
it.
There's 2 more.
And then Princess Expo gets it.
4. There's 1 more.
That was
1, 2, 3, 4.
both Blakes.
Oh, both Blakes. Oh, okay. Sorry, you have the collective Blake Paladins.
He's like, he needs his muscle.
All right, so wow.
So it was 5 people. I didn't realize that until after I jumped on the wall.
So what do they feel? Like feel light as feathers? I mean, like
How far have I fallen by?
6 seconds. You're going 60 foot.
Yeah,
Okay, well-
no further than 60 foot. Because we have to be
So
following
there's 3 of us. So there's 3 of us.
60 foot.
Okay.
Oh, it's
You
60
can go
foot.
down and you can spider climb down the ropes.
I mean, so you can basically need all 5 of them at once.
Okay, well, I just cast Featherfall, and 4 lucky people just got it as I fall down. That's
So
the
you
last
feel
thing I'm going
kind
to
of
say to them
lighter.
before I leave.
Nice.
All right, I'll go ahead and jump down as well then.
Okay.
I follow my
I've
torch.
already jumped after him.
So follow your torch and hit me in the head.
My bad.
So far, we've got Logan down, and I would say this: with the feather fall, we're just going to put you down 250 foot. Okay. Nothing really going to happen.
I'm going to
You're
do
down.
like 4 investigation checks all the way down.
How much rope
You're
you
down.
have?
You're down. You're down.
How much
you're
rope
down.
you have?
No.
No,
How much rope you have?
I don't trust this magic. I have 2 links of rope and some climbing tools.
You're like the fox news of D&D. You know that?
That's all the lies?
You don't trust anything.
us. No, go ahead. So you do what now?
Well, we have 2 or 3 people that can't get down.
Right.
So I'm not going to just leave them. I'm pure of heart. Still trying to prove
We
that.
can spider climb after we get down.
I keep
so
doing
you
that
can
because I'm
drop
thinking
the
back to your
ropes.
death cult days, because you weren't exactly pure in those days. but
No, I
that's
was
all right.
still questioning things, okay?
You were a teenager.
You can't be counted wrong for
All
that.
right. So you don't jump down. What
No,
do you do?
I begin climbing the rope down, and then I get down to the end of that rope and tie like a hammer to the wall at some cracks. Another rope to climb down. I have 2 of them.
Well,
And
I've
then
got
when
a
I
rope, you got 2, so that's 3 of us. And he's got boots and spider climb so he can drop the ropes down that we tie off around the base. And then we can rope the ropes while he's climbing down with ease.
Bring my ropes when you get done.
Okay.
Drop them. We'll have them folded by the time he gets here.
Is that okay? That's what we do.
Okay.
You go 50 foot. So 220 foot drop.
Yeah. So 50 foot, and then I have a rope to hammer in,
100,
and then I have another rope to hammer in.
250,
And then he had a rope,
200,
and then I dropped it. You said 250? 220, I dropped it.
All right, so just to hand wave that, all of them will get down next to the rope. So probably not what we see, right?
Yeah.
740. You want to try to do theater of the mind and the rest? Is it okay if we don't draw it out?
Is there a
Yeah,
battle?
yeah, there's 6. It just take a while to raise that entire thing and redraw it. So I'll describe it. If you have any questions on space orientation, feel free to ask, all right? This room appears to be in a meeting hall of some kind. The shaft from the room above comes down the center of a 20-foot high ceiling. Located directly below the opening is what appears to be an ancient fire pit. So those of you with featherfall, I think, would probably be looking down and move out of the way. Those with ropes would be able to jump out. The floor is blackened, and there's evidence of charcoal around the area. Surrounding the fire pit area are dozens of wooden benches in various stages of falling apart from age or dry rot.
Does this area look familiar to you, Princess Expo?
She says, no, this is not, we should have fallen down to a cavern. She says, I don't know what this is. It's a circular room. The east and west walls, there are 20 foot tall, to the ceiling, bronze doors.
And they're carved with strange runes all over. They have handles. The next one, she looks around and she says, "No, this shaft should have gone down into a cavern that falls into the sewers. Like, I don't know where they are."
So first, you want to cast Detect Magic on one of the bronze doors.
You can do both.
Can I do both?
It's a 30-foot.
How big's the room?
It's 40 foot across.
So only one.
I'll play that one on the fucking white I play.
I still love that all cast. Wait, Princess Expo is actually a princess. This is the best. I made my night. All right, so you cast Detect Magic on the door.
Yeah.
There's no magic radiating from the door at all.
Okay, that's good. So somebody.
Princess.
I open it.
Okay.
Wait, Princess, can you read the door?
Can you read the door?
Can you read what's on the
No,
door?
I don't recognize that script at all.
This looks like a good place
Is
to
it
make camp
any? Is
for
it
the
any
night.
kind of common language? Or,
It's runes.
okay.
So rather than like a written language, I mean,
Or can I do an Arcana check to be able to? Okay. 24.
do not recognize it at all.
Okay, that's good.
You comprehend language, do runes? Comprehend language, read runes?
If it's a language, then yeah. Comprehend languages would read any language. So if these runes are a language, then yes.
I'm going to do comprehend language then. Ethan?
Huh?
Ethan?
Okay, open it.
Wait,
Which
wait,
one?
wait! Before we open the doors, there's a perfectly good fire pit, some wood we could burn. We could make camp for the night. We're out of the Lich's domain.
You gotta piss them off because all the smoke's coming
As
up.
far as we know.
It's not my problem. We could heal up from all that necrotic death he tried to throw at us.
Yep.
So that we're ready to face the Minotaur King when we go to cut his head off.
Stomp on it.
Although I'm not sure how we're getting back to the Lich.
He can climb up.
Or we could find the back door, get right back up.
So are you folks going to make camp for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, long or short?
Long. Yay, fully healed.
Full heals, full spells.
I'll take first
I'll
watch
use something and you alone.
Uh-oh.
because I'm pure of heart.
You're making me remember me think of Weird Al Yankovic's Amish Paradise line. I'm a million times more true than thou.
Thou art, yeah.
Ag comes to life.
Oh, yeah.
While he's sleeping with his hand on his backpack, the friggin'
Mask
lid
attached.
slowly friggin' turns around.
Well, okay, he's got the mask in his backpack. He's got the Minotaur King's sword.
Well, we don't know if it's the Minotaur King's sword.
Now we need something from his father. I mean, her father, so he can have something from her father.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to make him as powerful as one.
Next time, use the restroom, but we can keep going. So you guys wake up the next day, refreshed,
Yeah.
ready to venture forth and do what?
I open the
Take
door.
two doors. There's an east and a west. Which one?
Which way do the doors open?
The doors open towards you. Open towards you.
I pull one of the doors open, the east door.
The east door? Alright. So the door opens into a rectangular room. You're on one of the long sides of the rectangle. In the room, there's a marble table and 2 or 3 marble chairs. They're decorated with carved and worn gilding. Several rolls of blank parchment lie about on the desk. And there's a robed skeleton sprawled over the desk with the sword thrust through the ribs and sticking out the back.
Does the robe look fancy?
No, it's very plain.
So white.
Is the weapon rusted over? Is the weapon rusted over?
It's been a while.
What kind of skeleton did it look like?
It's a robe skeleton sprawled over the desk with a sword thrust through the ribs and sticking out the back.
What shape, like species? Is it a lizard man? Is it a human? Is it an old?
Woman.
And this was through the bronze doors.
I'm examining the
One
robe.
set of
Store.
I'm examining the robe. Is there any spell books or?
Make an investigation check.
I assist him.
These are my people. They came to me in a dream.
One.
Well, you get one more. I assist.
You roll this. You have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Assistant.
13.
It's your. You rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Add your intelligence.
That's 6. 0.
You made it because you find around its neck a silver skull on a silver chain.
Is it the same kind of skull?
It matches mine.
It matches his.
Matches his.
Let me guess. Death cult.
So when you find
I
that,
don't know why y'all keep calling
Princess
me.
Expo, she says, "These are Thanatos creatures."
Let me guess. We need to hurry.
No, I don't trust them. But based on the condition of this room, I don't know if it's still here anymore. This looks very old. And it does.
Can I investigate the room?
Yeah. So it's a pretty big room, and there's the table. You want to do like the walls and the floor? Do you want to do the table? The
I'll
walls?
do the table. I'll check the table.
17.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot one thing for Gary, real quick. On your investigation, you only found the silver skull and the silver chain. The skull had cut turquoise in each of its eye sockets.
Okay.
Do you remove any of this stuff at all? Like, what do you do with it? I mean, you didn't say what you did. I said you found it. We kind of stopped there. We went to the story. So,
Take it off of it and wrap it up to store.
all of it, or just the skull, or the turquoises, or what?
What's the skull made out of? Silver? The skull and the turquoises?
Okay. Turquoise is kind of the eye sockets, no problem. Put it in your pocket.
Okay.
When you take the skull, you lift it up, and you take it off of the skeleton. As soon as it's off the body, the whole skeleton just crumbles to dust. The robe's still intact, but the skeleton, the bones all crumble to dust. So you're investing a 17, you said? So you find that the walls on either end of the room. So, if, like when you walked in the room, the table's in the middle. This would be the north and the south. When you first walked into the walls, they look just like the regular stone wall. But it turns out this is like a limestone shell. And you start to press on it, it just cracks and breaks. And then you see the real stone wall beneath it. And the limestone has grown all around the room. Remember, this place is very humid, by the way. Unless I tell you when your spot is not humid, you're still in a very humid cabin. So the limestone chips and falls off, and then behind each of the walls, right in the middle of the wall, you find what looks just to be like a prison door, like prison bars. And there's a cell or another room on either end.
Okay, I'm investigating the table.
Okay, hang on. So when you pull the limestone away, it's going to take you a while, but once we do a couple other things, maybe just to represent some time passing, I'll tell you what you see in each of the cells.
Right.
So you're going to investigate the table?
Yeah.
Start the table.
Ooh, 22 minutes.
There's nothing of note on the table. The parchment is all blank and it crumbles, just falls apart. It's like really brittle and very, very old.
Dang it, I
So when
wanted
you
it
touch
for my
it,
spell book.
what's that?
I wanted to collect it for my spell book.
Yeah, it's very, very old, very, very poor condition. It just like falls apart like a dead leaf kind of. So.
I
So
see
the
him
robe
trying
did
to
not fall apart,
free one
right?
of the cells.
I'm trying to pick it up and see if it has any weight to it still, or if it's...
No additional weight other than like a robe of that
type of cloth and size.
But
You
it
know, it feels like it
doesn't-
should. Is what I'm getting.
It doesn't feel like it's about to fall apart, kind of thing.
No.
I put it on.
I was about to cast investigate it.
He's gonna put it on. Come back to that. Hold that thought. He's still gonna cast investigate while he's putting it on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about rolling.
Okay.
Just like you're trying to check on the robe out as he's putting it on. If you're gonna do it with hands, you're gonna have to discuss that with Nicholas putting it on. How that happens. Visually, you don't see anything odd about the robe. It's just a black cloth robe. There's no markings or anything on it. So in the north cell, we'll start there on that one. Looking into it, you see easily 20 plus corpses, dead men and women, humans, in strange but very rich, extravagant clothing. They all look very, very decayed and dried out, husk like kind of. Very old corpses. Okay, the clothes are in very poor condition, turning rotting. Looking at all of the corpses scattered throughout the cell, you see quite a few of them have the same silver skull pendant around their neck. And let's see. You see, there's quite a few of them have jewelry, rings, necklaces.
I want to get Princess Expo's attention and tell her to come look at this room and see if she recognizes the clothes that they're wearing.
She looks and she says that the clothes are from the period that she's from, but she's not sure. Like, these look to be more rich people, like the higher end of the social
So
strata.
my suggestion is, wherever you lived, your kingdom was ransacked by these people, and these are just prisoners. Is that a possibility?
But some of them are wearing the necklaces.
Yeah,
I mean, they joined them?
Yeah, she looks and she says, I can't. I don't know if these are nobles who were Thanatos worshippers in disguise, or do they put these necklaces around their necks to do something? She says that she never. The nobles were not a source of corruption in her time, so to see that, it doesn't add up. You know, but she recognizes the dress as definitely being from her time.
Is there any way to get in there to?
I mean, there's a door. No one's tried to open it yet. I can say that.
Or is there any keys in the room? Is there any keys?
I want to look at the.
anything.
I want to look at the other room first.
Someone else has something they're going to do, I think?
Putting on
He's
the
putting
clothes.
on the.
Yeah, you put on the cloak. Okay. So when you put on the cloak, I don't think we ever publicly discussed what you used to see happen every so often.
He did with me.
Okay, so you know about it. All right. So you don't see this, but you do. You know what I'm talking about.
Where?
It's near where the body was. That Gary took the turquoises and the skull from. So, I mean, I can go give you more details, but it follows standard operating procedure. How about that?
I ignore it. Keep the robe on.
All right. So look at the south cell. And that one. You see more corpses. I'm trying. This description's kind of weird. You see more corpses on the floor. Most of these are more skeletal in nature. The clothing on these is not. It's rags. Very, very poor clothing. There's a lot less in this room. There's about, looks like six who are very, very skeletal, and then 3 who are more of the dried out husk types. They're not fully skeletal.
So they're more mummy.
Yeah, those are more mummified. The 3 are more mummified. The other ones are, you see lots of bone exposed. There's no jewelry, and you don't see the silver skull necklaces on any of these.
Can I go back to the rich cell? Do I see any diamonds on anybody?
Any what?
Any diamonds?
You see gems. You see clear gems. I mean, there might be diamonds, maybe.
See gems that look like diamonds. I'll say that.
I opened the cell.
Which one?
The one with all the rich people.
Okay. Doors open.
Gundar take that max.
I walk over. Do I see anything?
So you open the cell door to the north. I'm not gonna call for a perception check. I was originally gonna do. I really know there's a perception check. I was like, that doesn't really make a lot of sense because you hear the other door open.
Yes, again.
Okay. And the inhabitants of that cell stand up, walk out of the cell ready to fight. Stop right there.
Gundar thought that would happen.
I was so ready to shoot a fireball.
Burn them alive.
Gundar
It's a little early, but that's a good stopping place. So, all right, bye, Kyler.
Bye, Kyler.
I'm glad you're happy about Princess Expo.
I don't